Hello, my amazing analytical Aquarius. Welcome, welcome. It is Sachi the Scorpio, and I am here to deliver your guided healing for the month of May. Please like, comment, and subscribe. The more energy that you send to me, the more energy that I can send to you. And thank you for all of your likes and support on this channel, Aquarius. You were #1 for last month, or 2 months ago, I should say. And then a bit fallen behind, Aquarius. So just a friendly reminder that, the top 3 videos that get the most likes get a twin flame bonus as well, and also they will be first for next month. So if this resonates, please do hit that like button. Okay, so let's jump into it. We have Mars Force that came out. So Mars is the planet of action and also of aggression and war. So I do feel like you are going full force toward something. Okay, I do feel you using your willpower, but it does feel a little bit forced as well. Okay, we had the 6th house coming out, routine in reverse, with 10th house, the world. So the 6th house coming out in reverse is telling me that you could be changing your routine. You want your day-to-day, you want day-to-day life to look different. And I'm feeling that it has to do a lot with 6th house matters, and 6th house matters has to do with health, service to others, criticism, discernment, any sort of organizational structure or, detail orientation is 6th house energy. And it feels like you're very discontent with that, which is why you're kind of forcing some sort of change to shake up the habitual, I'm hearing. And then we have the 10th house, the world. So this is telling me that you want to change the world. You're trying to force the world to change, which is beautiful, right? You are the humanitarian, right? You're the sign of revolution itself. And so the 10th house, the world. So this has to do with, the 10th house is patriarchal forces, social structures, wealth accumulation, relationship with the father or father figure or emotionally distant caregiver, and, divine masculine energies in general. So I feel like you're trying to force the divine masculine to change, or the social structures, the patriarchal forces, and how it relates to kind of how everyone lives their day-to-day life, for you in particular, but I do feel that you're kind of thinking of the world here, right? The bigger picture. We have the 3 of Athens coming out in reverse. So, the 3 of Athens, 3 of Swords traditionally means heartbreak. I don't feel like you are dealing with like a heavy heartbreak right now, but in this deck specifically, the 3 of Athens is all about going home to yourself. Okay. And, it's about when there's some sort of heartbreak or disappointment or loss, it's about, okay, like I'm going to go inside myself and try to find the answer. So because it's in reverse, it feels like you feel like you can't go home for some reason. And I feel like it has to do with this world. Like I'm hearing like, this is not my home. And then we had the 9 of Chalices. So some of you, and nature, okay? So some of you, you're very proud of the emotionality that you have. Like your relationship with the emotional realm, I feel it's like, yeah, I'm good. I got this. I feel like a lot of you, okay, yeah, my feminine candle just started going crazy. So yeah, a lot of you are very in tune with your divine feminine energy, and you might be strengthening your psychic abilities. You might be doing divination, or perhaps like, right here, we're doing divination, right? Getting information from divination work. And I'm feeling that you can see the future, okay? And so this future that you have seen, it feels like you understand that nature can be a trap sometimes. And I feel like you feel like this isn't really your home. Like, Earth is not necessarily your like home, and that you're just sort of trapped here in this world. And again, it's like, it's like you feel like you were forced to be here, and you don't really like how the day-to-day routines are. Some of you I'm hearing are star seeds, which is very common for Aquarius placements. This reading is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And, because you rule non-human species, you rule animals, plants, angels, aliens, all non-human species. And so, yeah, it looks like you're starting to understand the reality of nature itself. okay? And look at how he's pointing to the bear trap. It's like, okay, this is a trap. And we do have bear spirit here, which bear spirit indicates like relationship with the mother or mother figure and like divine feminine energy, right? Very protective. So I feel like, you know, it's like you feel like the nature of reality is kind of a trap for the feminine in some sort of way. Okay, then we had trainer coming out, trainer how, okay? So whenever, you know, trainers always indicate another person. And so I feel like there's someone in your energy sphere that just comes in and is like, hey, what's up? You know, like not really a conversation, but just saying like, hey. And we had Gyarados using Aqua Tail, which is telling me that this is some sort of emotional connection from the past, right? Tails always indicate something from the past. And with Coughing using Division, this is a psychic type. There's some sort of psychic division between you and this person. You might have a third eye connection, but it has been divisive. And, you know, Coughing I always take as poison gas, right? So it does look like there's toxicity within this connection of whoever's coming in to say hi, okay? So Aquarius, this month, happy Taurus season, by the way, we are going to look into where are you right now? And then we're going to look into what is your long-term goal. And then in the extended, we will see how to get to your long-term goal because, right, Taurus season is all about working at your own pace in order to, you know, achieve long-term results. So we're just going to see the path there because Taurus will know the way. And Tauruses don't move unless, you know, the sweat of their labor is really worth what they get at the end, okay? Because there's no use, you never have to rush towards a goal, right? Everything divinely aligns. All right, let's see here for you, Aquarius. Where are you right now? Okay, just got really thirsty, so make sure that you're drinking enough water. Coming out stuck, we have South Node, Life's Debts. So it feels like some of you are kind of caught in karmic paths, okay? South Node is 180 degrees from your North Node in your natal chart. So you might want to check that and, you know, see where your life's debts are, right? South Node, even though it does indicate some sort of life debts, it's kind of like the easy way out is how I like to take it, right? When you're going towards your North Node, you always know that you're going towards your soul mission of this incarnation, right? And then, of course, you know, if you go towards your rising sign and focus on that, then, you know, that's part of, you know, how you rise to your power. You know, it's your ascendant, how you are spiritually ascending. Or you can go towards your Chiron, which is your healing journey, right? There are many different directions you can go in your chart, but your North Node always indicates that you are fulfilling your life's purpose in this lifetime. Whereas a South Node can be like, oh, this is easy breezy cover girl sort of thing. Like, yeah, I got this. You know, it comes very easy because yes, you have some like karmic debt that is involved with it, but it's more so kind of what has carried over from a past life that just comes really, really easy. So it feels like right now you're taking kind of the easy way out. Okay. We have 7th house partners and 2nd house owning. So it does seem like there is some sort of karmic relationship here where you feel like either you own this person or they own you. Again, it could be sort of a debt that you have with a relationship with this person. 7th house partners has to do with all one-on-one relationships, right? That can be romantic or platonic, but the 7th house does specifically indicate marriage and divorce. All legal things, right? The 7th house is of balance and harmony and peace and cooperation. So it looks like you have a lot of karmic partnerships. And with the 2nd house owning, again, I feel like it's because you feel like you're owned by them or that you own them. The 2nd house is Taurus's house. So this can relate to your, you know, your 5 physical senses. It can relate to your relationship with money, not necessarily the wealth that you accumulate, right? That's that 10th house Capricorn energy that we felt, but the relationship with money is the 2nd house, and also, you know, relationship with the physical world in general. So I just feel like you're stuck in like physical karmic relationships here. And some of that could be, you know, bleeding into your housing situation and relationship with money in general. Let's see. Ooh, Eight of Athame and Knight of Wands. Yeah, you're stuck in some sort of cycle with someone who is still a knight. That's this come and go energy, right? The Knight of Wands traditionally can be a sexual explorer who's not really serious about commitment, right? They ride in with their wand and, you know, do they honestly, passionately want to give it to you? Yes. And right, this is, I mean, it's feminine energy in this deck, but it's like an ungrounded feminine come and go Kundalini energy. And so likely you exhibit this, which is why it's being projected, you know, in whoever this is, because the Eight of Athame is telling me this is some sort of cycle that has been continuing on and on. You may be blind to it. You know, you may be kept out in the cold, lacking information. It feels like, you know, it feels like the fruits are like rotting, like the labor of your fruits have been rotting from this. It's like you've worked so hard to bring this to fruit, but it's like you're just stuck. Like it feels very stuck, like you're owned again, like you're tied up and owned by this person. We do have hedgehog spirit coming up, which is like, again, like you like hard to get close to almost, right? Hedgehogs have like all those spikes on them. And so there's a lot of like, you know, underground sort of stuff and kind of being unapproachable on the outside almost, except for when it comes to the Knight of Wands. And I feel like this is representative of that person who just came in and said, hi, you know what I mean? Like, hey, what's up? And like, yeah, it's an emotional connection from the past. And, you know, you have two very different psychic mentalities of the way that you are manifesting from your third eye here. But yeah, the Knight of Wands is telling me that this person has been in and out of your life, and it's because your own fire energy goes in and out. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, this has been a repeating cycle over and over again, and it's influencing your work. It's influencing your physical life, this pattern. So again, it has to do with your relationship with money, housing, could also be like influencing career even. I feel like there's one more. Whew. Okay, this one wants to come out too, Green Man. Yeah, the Ten of Athame is going right to the Nine of Wands. So the Ten of Athame, right, that's the Ten of Swords, which is traditionally, you know, someone who has 10 swords in their back, indicating that a conversation is over, that there's a winner or a loser. In this deck, it's a little bit different. It does indicate, you know, witchcraft and things like that, of protecting oneself, of, you know, of ending something, but it's more about, you know, protecting yourself from that, right? Warthog spirit is here, which has to do with having thick skin and like, I can take it, I can handle it sort of thing. And I feel like that's what it is. It's like, yeah, well, you know, like this conversation may be over, but you're still stuck. It's like you're being held hostage in some sort of way. And it's like, well, I can take that come and go energy because I'm tough enough sort of thing. And even every time it ends, you want to bring a new beginning, which the Green Man, this is like the Fool. You celebrate this coming and going, even when it ends, and all it does is add another thicker layer over you, which makes you feel a bit unapproachable, if I can say that, Aquarius, like spiky on the outside almost, and you still rejoice this type of energy. It's like every ending, you know, you celebrate it even though it's not really serving you. Let's see, what's the light energy here? We have Trainer Pokey Kid and Trainer Stealthy Hood. So this person might already have a child, or I'm hearing that they act like a child. They're very naive. Again, a Knight of Wands, like, is not ready for commitment, just likes to come and go, and definitely likes to give their wand to many of villages, okay? And so, again, I feel like they could have had some sort of child, okay? And again, like, we have two trainers, which is all about them, right? Where you are now is all about this person, this karmic tie that you feel like you're owned by, or that they own you. With Stealthy Hood in reverse, I feel like, you know, they're not good at protecting themselves. They're not wearing some sort of false mask here with the way that they behave. You know, they're not stealthy with this thing. And you might have this idea of like, oh, well, they're coming and going because of this. You know, maybe they're hiding something. They don't, you know, they want to keep me in the dark for whatever. No, that's just the way they are. They just like to keep people in the dark. It's not necessarily for a better purpose, right? This is a a debt that you have, a karmic debt. And it's like you celebrate them because that's the way they are, but they're childish. Let's see what's in the shadow here. Let's see. We have Bergamite using tackle. So yeah, I was hearing that this is something that does need to be tackled. I feel like it has emotionally done quite a number on you. Even though this is water, it's an ice type, so it has made you go cold in the shadows. It says it blocks opponents' attacks with the ice that shields its body. It uses cold air to repair any cracks with new ice. Yeah, this person is cold, which has made you go cold. It's like any attempt in communication, right? Any sort of crack or whatever, like, you know, cold air comes in, and cold air is cold communication. It's like, that's all they want to do is just bring coldness to you. Tell me more about this shadow. Woo! Sableye using bewitching eyes and Shed Ninja curse rain. Yeah, they might have like really beautiful eyes or whatever, but this is dark energy that has bewitched you. Okay? It's a karmic relationship that wants to own you. It's like they want to own you, but they want to get on their horse and do whatever they want anytime they want. You know? And you just celebrate it every time they come back. But then you're left with having to, you know, it's just like, again, adding another layer of like coldness around your heart is what I'm feeling. And, you know, this is dark energy, and, you know, it feels like they're kind of out for your light, out for your jewels sort of thing. Like they know that you're precious and they just want to take from you. And I'm feeling, again, because like Sableye eats like gems and stuff. It's like this relationship is eating your financial abundance. It's draining your energy to the point that you aren't bringing in the financial security and positive relationship with money, like positive housing situation and positive relationship with your 5 physical senses even. It says, it dwells in the darkness of caves. It uses its sharp claws to dig up gems to nourish itself. Yeah, I mean, this person seems like a pretty dark person, to be honest. And it's like they want to keep you in the dark. They want to put you in that cave too, just because they are so in the dark with their soul, honestly. We have Shed Ninja using cursed rain. So again, you know, this is in the heart chakra, and this person brought cursed water to you. You know, what they did brought, you know, cursed emotions to you. It's like they, you know, you had this apple tree that was, you know, that you're wanting to bear fruit, and this person comes into town and just puts like acid rain on it. You know what I mean? Like, and then you're like, oh, okay, well, that's just the way they are. Maybe they can't say, you know, tell me why they're doing this and something, you know. It's like you make excuses for this person, and maybe it's because they have really nice eyes or something. But I'm feeling that you've been innocent in this. We have the angels coming in, and, you know, I feel like your angels are also protecting you from this darkness, okay? And likely that's why this person can't stay around for long. You know, how they say, like, rejection is divine protection, right? Is divine redirection, even. It says, a most peculiar Pokemon that somehow appears in a Pokeball when Nincada evolves. Yeah, so Shed Ninja, this is like the, I want to say carapace, but like the husk of the cicada that is left behind. And, you know, after it gets caught in a Pokeball, right, that's how this evolves. So, you know, there is something to be said about you had to get caught in this in order to truly evolve out of it. And I feel like you're finally beginning to understand that, okay, this relationship is like cursed on my heart. I don't want to have to keep having these 10 of Swords moments, which are very painful, right? And being trapped in this endless cycle of being blind and not having the information, and, you know, having to thicken your skin or put up an icy wall, or, you know, putting spines on yourself so that you're unapproachable. You know, it's like, this person cursed you, you know? I mean, not like through witchcraft or whatever it may be, right? But like the energy that they have brought to you is a past life debt of some sort of curse where, you know, maybe in a past life they did own you, you know? That used to be a thing. You used to own your wife, right? And of course, slavery. I mean, geez. Or maybe you own them and that's why this is a debt. Really interesting energy here. All right, let's see. What's your long-term goal? Okay, well, it's going right to the bewitching eyes, water element sensing in reverse. So what I'm hearing is you don't want to feel bewitched by them. You don't want to feel their darkness in your life anymore. Wow, Aquarius. Again, I'm feeling this water, like you need to make sure that you are drinking enough water. I feel like you're trying to push your emotions away from this, and that's the thing. It's like you want to break this emotional connection. We have Sagittarius, IC, and Yod, Destiny. So you don't want to just see things through their eyes. You want to see your own destiny with your own two eyes. Like, I have a feeling that you think that this person is your destiny. You don't just want to feel them around you. You actually want to be with them. You want to see them. Sagittarius is the traveler. That's that Knight of Wands energy. And so I feel like you want to see them. You want them to come near you. You know, Sagittarius is very perception based as well. So I'm getting that, you know, what you really want is a perception shift of what your destiny is. Not just that you sense that you're meant to be this person's, you know, because really you own yourself and that's it. No one owns you and you don't own anyone. And that's what we're, you know, trying to do on this planet. And so, yeah, like I am feeling that you want to see what your destiny is. Some of you might be using astrology in order to help you. You might be looking deeper into astrology. Some of you might have Yod, which is this symbol, this triangle in your natal chart. It's a triangulation of energies, which can indicate sort of your higher purpose. And yeah, you know, Sagittarius, like I mentioned, is, you know, it's perception-based things. So it rules culture and academics and, you know, philosophies and spirituality and religion, right? All these things that sort of shape our worldview. And I'm getting that you want a different perception. You want to see what your destiny truly is, okay? And it's like, I don't want to just feel it. I want to see data to prove what my destiny actually is. And I feel like you've gotten to this point because it's like, you know, I feel that this person is, you know, supposed to, you know, they're supposed to own me. I'm supposed to own them. You know, we're meant to be together, but it's like, then why aren't they, right? Especially if they're having kids with other people or whatever it may be. It's just like, you know what? I'm not going to trust what I sense, you know, in my emotional body. I want data. And, you know, like I call you guys the analytical Aquarius because Aquarius, you rule science and technology and data, right? You're very analytical and want a data-driven approach. And it feels like you want to be introduced to some sort of, you know, perception shift. Let's see. We have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, and I'm hearing like, I don't care who I marry or if I'm rich or anything. I want to see what I'm supposed to do. 10 of Pentacles has to do with, you know, finishing a cycle with one other person, right? You doing it together. And this particularly is in terms of, you know, getting married, having a family, having generational wealth and things like that, having kids. I'm hearing like, I know that my destiny is greater than just a relationship and having a baby sort of thing, especially because, you know, in the cleansing ceremony, how I felt like, you know, it's kind of a trap to be born here in a way, right? That's part of nature, to be living out your karmic debts and things, right? The Earth School is very interesting. And I feel like you're like, okay, my destiny is not just to make another life or get married. There's something bigger here. We have the Wheel of the Year and the 7 of Chalices. So it looks like you haven't completed some big karmic cycles yet for the wheel to be on your side. Okay, the Wheel of the Year coming out in reverse is telling me that Yeah, there's a lot of emotional or a lot of karmic cycles that you want to break still. But I'm hearing that like you're done with the karmic cycles. You don't want to be stuck in the old. You don't want to be in the karmic cycles, and to have things going like clockwork. It's like, okay, it's this month, you know, it's this. It's like, you know, what society tells you is like, okay, it's Christmas this month, it's Halloween, it's Thanksgiving, you know, all these mile markers that kind of just consume people's extra spare time, right? Their free time, as if time isn't free, you know? And so I feel like you also don't really care about when it happens. I feel you surrendering to the divine and being like, I understand that my destiny has nothing to do with time necessarily. It's just about like stepping into my power. And I feel like you want to discover this kind of for yourself. The Seven of Chalices has to do with like multiple wish fulfillments and metamorphosis. So it does feel like you understand that a lot needs to change. As you see, she's holding a bag of coins. So it feels like you want to get in your bag. And with the Seven of Chalices, like, it's like you want to have emotional options. And I feel like that's where you want to get is like, okay, I just don't want to sense this person like watching me or being connected to me, you know, or trying to bring me into their darkness. I want to, you know, kind of decide for myself what my destiny is. I feel that you want some sort of data, but you want the time to ponder over it. And it's like, you know what? Not everything is as simple as it seems. It's very much like I'm not doing this on anyone's time except my own, is what I'm hearing. Please give me one more. Okay. We have the Two of Athame coming out stuck, but I do feel you do want to have a clear-cut conversation with this person where you both, you know, come and put your, you know, weapons down, so to speak, right? You put your Athames in the stoop and you talk between each other to try to find some sort of resolution. But as you can see, someone still has this sickle, which is going to end. So I do feel like you do want to have an honest conversation with this person so that it can truly be put to rest. You know, it feels like you need closure. But ultimately, your long-term goal is to fulfill your destiny, no matter what that is. And I feel like, honestly, like, it's like, you're not the one to tell me is what I'm hearing from you, right? And I can't tell you what your destiny is. That is something that you need to see in yourself. Of course, if you have a yod in your astrology chart, I would be more than happy to talk you through that, right? Or your natal coding in general, which I am open for astrology services if you're interested, Aquarius. Let's see. And by the way, astrology is not magic. It's not spiritual. It's literally just data, right? And then interpretation of that data. All right, let's see. What's the light energy? We have trainer Professor Kukui. Yeah, so, you know, here I am talking. So whenever Professor Kukui comes out, I always say, you know, seeking someone who has more information than you might about a certain topic, someone who is a professional. So I feel like, you know, I'm getting that there are going to be a lot of people who say, oh, look, the answer's right here in my pocket, right? And that's kind of the... I almost said threat, but that's not what I mean. That's the downfall of going to someone to help you find out what your destiny is everyone's like, oh yeah, I have the answer right here. This is your destiny. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know your destiny. And, you know, everybody is different, which I think is why it's bigger picture energy here. But, you know, beware of people who say that they just have the answer with the water energy in reverse. So I'm hearing that this is not something that will be coming from someone else's throat chakra. This really needs to come from you. And I'm feeling that your destiny is not just feeling certain feelings. Okay? It's not your emotional body is not where your destiny lies. It does feel like you're meant to do something bigger here. Give me one more for the light energy. Okay, yeah. Wow. So what I'm hearing is what you want to do is not go see a water sign about this. As a Scorpio, so I think that means like no to me. So it looks like someone can help you, but not a water sign, or it has nothing to do with emotions. You know what I mean? It's similar to this water element sensing in reverse. Like, you're not going to feel it. You're not going to feel it. Tell me more about the... Okay, I'm hearing let's go into the shadow. We have Evie using tackle. Okay, so this is actually your spirit guides telling me I'm not supposed to try to feel more about that. So I take back what I said, because I was like, that, I'm not sure. When they said, like, no water signs, they're talking about, like, to me, they're like, no, you're not allowed to sense this. Okay, so again, you know, getting some professional help, but beware of people who think that they have the answer, and your spirit guides are really blocking me from emotionally tapping into what your destiny truly is. Okay, you have to see it for yourself. With Evie here using tackle, this is something that you have to tackle by yourself. Evie I always take as like kind of like the Fool card, because Evie can become anything that it wants. Okay, and you know, Evie, like, if you give it a water stone, it becomes a Vaporeon. If you give it a thunderstone, it becomes a Jolteon. If you give it a firestone, it's a Flareon. If it likes you a lot, it can evolve by itself. If that happens during the day, it's Psychic type, Espeon. If it happens at night, it's Dark type, Umbreon. If it's next to a certain leaf, you know, magical mossy rock, it's Leafeon. And so on and so forth, right? Evie has the most genetic variations possible. It's very genetically malleable, and I'm feeling like this is you, that you need to understand sort of your, like, your epigenetic properties of your own DNA, right? Your own physical code of what codes you on this planet is malleable, and the way that you are physically coded determines what sort of level that you can step into in external reality. Okay, and you have to tackle this by yourself and figure out what it is that you want to be. And again, I feel like it's based on a wish fulfillment that you make. You have another destiny, but nothing can really tell you what your destiny is. That's a soul searching endeavor. It says, thanks to its unstable genetic makeup, this special Pokemon conceals many different possible evolutions. Yeah, so again, this is a general reading. So, you know, you can evolve into anything that you want. You have that ability, right? Your own genetic code even has that ability. You know, your mind has that ability. You can become literally anything, but you need to figure out what you want to evolve to first. Okay, so I feel like the path is more about figuring out what you want to do and how you can go about doing that. Because yeah, you know, your spirit guides really did not want me to be tapping into your destiny, and you know, nor is it my place. You know, that's not my job. All right, let's see. Let's get a moon out here. Luck is on your side, and it's coming out stuck, the new moon in Sagittarius. So it wants to go right to this cursed rain with the emotional stuff that you're tackling, okay? Luck is on your side. This is new moon in Sagittarius, right? And we see Sagittarius here. So any sort of perception shifts that you are, you know, going through, luck is on your side. And even, you know, the devastation here and the cursed rain is lucky in some sort of way, because you never would have evolved the way that you did had you not been caught in this karmic cycle, right? And the new moon in Sagittarius happens in Sagittarius season, right? And the last new moon in Sagittarius that we had was in an eclipse. It was in eclipse season, and we have the eclipses happening in the Gemini Sagittarius axis coming up very shortly, right? Just a couple weeks away. So, you know, I feel like there's going to be a pretty big shift in your luck, and I'm hearing abundance, especially if you want to get a bag. Tell the universe that you want a bag. Work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio, but you have to be willing to work through your fears. You know, what is your destiny? What do you truly want to be? The only thing that's going to hold you back from that is your fears. So you need to work through your fear, especially if you're afraid of this person, of like truly looking them in the eye and like being honest. Yeah, my throat chakra wanted to shut up. So I feel like you're afraid to be honest with this person because they're not honest with you. But you need to be able to work through your fears here, okay? Let's see what Angel would like to bring us into the extended. The link is in the description box below. Like I said, we're going to look and see the pathway to get to your long-term goal. Relationship harmony. Archangel Raguel. We angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflicts are being resolved now. Yeah, we see that this relationship was really not based in healthy communication whatsoever, okay? And it looks like you are being asked to open your heart, and the angels are helping you do that and opening the heart of the other person, because it does feel like you want to have a heart-to-heart conversation. The angels can help you with that. All is well. Archangel Jeremiel. Everything is happening exactly as it's supposed to, with hidden blessings that you will soon understand. Yeah, and you may be like, what the heck? You know, this doesn't seem lucky. Getting cursed, getting caught, getting put in someone else's darkness, being left out in the cold. How is that lucky? Okay, all is well. All is good. You need to understand that everything is happening exactly as it's supposed to in divine timing, and you do have hidden blessings that are coming to you. I feel like there's one in the romance angels, honestly, that wants to come out. All right, angels, give us some romance advice. Really, Aquarius, honestly, for long-term goal planning, you are the last sign that I would expect that wants, you know, help in romance. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner that you seek. So it seems like you do want to have some sort of partnership, right? You want to be like, okay, this is my person. And you do have that. I mean, we have a bunch of chaos or whatever, but it looks like your long-term goal is more of your destiny. And you know your destiny isn't just going to, you know, being married to someone and having a kid with them, you know? You've already met the romantic partner that you truly want. So, wow. You know, especially because we have the angels helping heal a relationship. So, wow, Aquarius, this is some big stuff. All right, so if you'd like to follow me into the extended, the link is in the description box below. If we part ways here, good luck with the situation. I am sending you so much love, a big hug, and a kiss on your third eye.